Hello, I'm Katie. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this week I have a little injury of my wrist, but I still wanted to bring you a class on YouTube. So today we're going to be doing a no hands practice. And by that I mean that we aren't going to be putting any sort of weight through our wrists. So it's going to give the hands and the wrists a complete rest. So no chaturangas, no planks, not even any downward facing dogs. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge in a different way, but join me. We're going to start kneeling, facing the top of your mat. So just coming to sit in Vajrasana. Hands can just rest down onto the lap. Close off the eyes. Just for a few moments here, just to arrive in the space. Just begin to tune in with the breath. Just starting to connect with that inner world. Reminding yourself that this time is yours. And then with your next inhale, reach the arms out to the side, all the way overhead. Bring the palms together, exhale and bring them down in front of the heart, fluttering the eyes open. Now from here you can stay sitting down on the heels, or if you want to wake the feet up, you're going to tuck the toes and sit back onto the heels here. Take an inhale, reach the arms out again. Maybe this time gaze up. As you exhale, right hand comes down towards the ground and reach the left arm over for a side stretch. And take a really big breath into this left side of the body. Inhale, reach the arms all the way back up. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches over. So if at any point this gets too much for the toes and the feet, you can always untuck them. Inhale, reach the arms high. This time, as you exhale, cactus open the arms. So find that cow-like spine arching, squeeze the back muscles. And then round through the spine, bring the hands forwards, push the palms towards the top of your mat. Let's do that again. So inhale, drawing the elbows back, lifting the chest. Imagine you've got a piece of string coming out your breastbone and it's lifting you up. And then exhale to round through the spine. Good, let's do one more like that. So inhale, being lifted up by that piece of string. Exhale, press the spine towards the back of your mat. Good, now from there, come all the way back to neutral. If you are on your toes still, lift the hips, maybe give them a little tap out on the floor. Retuck them, bring the hands to the base of the spine, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest into this variation on camel. Bringing the hips back towards the heels. Now a little challenge here. Can you lift the knees? Ooh, can you bring the heels down so you're in a little squat? Okay, let's do that again. So we're going to reverse what we just did. So carefully begin to bring the knees down. If you need to use your hands, you can. Leaning back so that it slows the movement down. Lift the hips, hands come to the base of the spine. Lift. Good, and then hips, come back to the heels. We're doing that again. We're going to try and lift the knees, bring the heels down. Ooh, it's challenging. Good, let's do one more like this. So lift the heels, knees slowly come down. This time you might want to reach the arms up, squeeze the bottom, push the hips towards the top of the mat, and then hands to heart center. Last time we're doing this, so lifting the knees, coming onto the heels, so you're in your little yogi squat. And from there you can take some little wiggles side to side. Finding stillness, really push the feet into the ground and then rise all the way to stand, taking a few steps towards the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms high, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Crown of the head just hangs towards the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, so create space. Exhale to fold, soften the knees. Inhale, reach the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. So a couple of half sun salutations. Let's do it again. Just beginning to find that breath. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do one more of these just to find the connection with that breath and the movements. Inhale, reach fingertips to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins or thighs, halfway lift. So imagine a laser coming out the crown of the head and the bottom. Exhale to fold. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, from here, feet can be hip distance apart, or you might bring the inner borders of the feet together. Inhale, chair pose, so Utkatasana. Arms by the ears, nice neutral spine. Imagine you've got a block in between your thighs. You can even place a block there if you like, and squeeze on that block. Press the feet down into the ground. Hands come to the heart center. Shift the weight to your right foot. Begin to come to stand and bring your left knee with you for a one leg mountain pose. Good. From there, cross your left leg over the right, eagling the legs. So if you can hook that foot around the calf, go for it. If not, don't worry. Squeezing into that midline. So think about squeezing those inner thighs together. Holding here. One more breath. Now, slowly release that left leg, but don't place it down. Transitioning straight to our warrior three. Begin to hinge at the hips. Left leg is reaching out towards the back of your mat. Nice and controlled. Hands can stay at the heart center. Begin to bend the right leg and slowly place the left toes down to the mat. Lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Lift the back knee now, so push into the back heel. Turn to your left. Turn all the way to the back of the mat. Place the back knee down. Shift the weight back for your half split, reaching the arms out behind you. Hands come through heart center, push off the back foot all the way to stand at the back of your mat. Close the eyes here. Come back to that breath. Okay, flutter the eyes open. Let's do it all again. Starting at the back of your mat. Inhale for your chair. Again, pressing down into the feet. Really reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. Shift the weight to the left foot. One leg mountain. Bring your right leg in towards the chest. Ooh. Embrace the wobbles. Cross your right leg over the left. Eagle those legs. So hook that foot if you can, doesn't matter if not. And then squeeze. Imagine you've got something, a £10 note in between your thighs. You don't want to drop that. So squeeze it together. Hold on to that £10. One more breath. Okay, with control, release that right leg. Hinge forwards. Warrior three. Point through those right toes. Imagine there's a balloon attached to that right heel and it's effortlessly lifting that leg for you. Begin to bend the left leg. With control, step the right toes back. Lower the back knee down. Inhale as you reach through the arms, Anjaneyasana. Hands to heart center, exhale. Lift the back knee, turn to your right, and then pivot all the way around to face the front of your mat. Lower the back knee down, half split. Shifting the weight back, pull the right toes back towards the body. Hands to heart center. Push off the back foot all the way to stand at the top of the mat. Close the eyes. Come back to the breath. Okay, flutter the eyes open. We go again. Extra options if you want them this time. Inhale, find your chair. Now this time, option to lift the heels, come onto your tippy toes, challenge that balance. Hold it there, stay strong. Thinking about that block in between the thighs, squeeze it. Now lower the heels, hands to heart center. One leg mountain. Weight is in the right foot, left knee comes in towards the chest. Cross the left leg over the right, eagle the legs. Now this time we're going to add the arms. So reach the arms out in front of you. The left arm comes under the right. Backs of the hands or palms of the hands come together. Now can you sink a little bit lower? Can you really sit down into this pose? Good, stay strong. Okay, release the arms, bring them back to prayer, come all the way back up, left leg releases, warrior three. This time reaching the arms out behind for aeroplane arms. Control the wobbles, holding it there. Hands come back to heart center. Slowly lower those left toes down. This time, high crescent. Reach through the arms. Reach those fingertips, try and touch the ceiling. Push into the back heel. Hands to heart center. Turn to the left, Skandasana towards the back of your mat. So your Skandasana might be here. You might be able to come a little bit lower. You might be here. Wherever you are, stay strong in those legs. That left knee, don't let it drop in. Push it out towards the back of your mat. Maybe those right toes can face the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, turn to the back of your mat. Turn the feet to face the back. Hands come to the hips. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forwards. Your pyramid pose. So you might stay with this. If you've got a little bit more room, fingertips might come to the floor. One more breath. Hands come back to the heart center. Lift the chest. Bend into the front knee. Shift the weight onto that foot. Right knee pulls into the chest. Back to our one leg mountain. Lower that foot. Good. Inhale straight into it on the other side. Chair pose. Now that option to lift the heels. Can you shift the weight? Can you keep your balance? If you want to challenge that balance more, maybe you take the gaze up to the fingertips. Good. Okay, from there, lower the heels, hands to the heart. Weight into the left foot, right knee pulls into the chest. One leg mountain. Cross that right leg. You've got that, now maybe it's 20-pound note this time. Squeeze it in between the thighs. Hold on to it. Arms reach out. This time right arm goes under left. Eagle those arms. Then can you sit your bottom as if you're coming to sit on a chair, but someone's moved that chair so you're having to hover. Oh, feel that strength. Squeeze those thighs, keep hold of that 20 pounds. Good, now release the arms. Bring them back to prayer. All the way to stand. Right leg doesn't touch the ground. Find your warrior three. Trying to straighten through that left leg. That right leg is just being lifted by that balloon, remember? Reach the arms back. Good, hands come back to prayer. Now slowly bend the left leg and see if you can step the right toes all the way back. Inhale as you reach fingertips towards the ceiling. High crescent. Exhale, hands to the heart. Turn to your right, Skandasana, towards the top of your mat. Again, you can stay up higher. Left toes might be able to turn towards the ceiling. This right heel might be lifted. That is okay. Might challenge your balance a little bit more. Inhale. Now exhale, turn to face the front. Try not to use the hands. Pyramid pose. So you can adjust the feet. Hands to the heart, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale as you hinge. Good. Pull the right hip back. Feel that lengthening down the back of the leg. Grounding down into both feet. Really push them into the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Bend the front knee. Exhale, left knee to chest. Lower the foot. Good. From here, we're coming down to the ground. So you're going to bring your right leg, place it behind your left, and then we're bending both knees, seeing if you can come all the way down to seated. If you need to use your hands, obviously you can, but see if you can control that movement. And then your legs will be crossed. You're in your cow face. If this is too much, kick out that bottom leg and you'll be in your half cow face instead. So reposition yourself, sit up really tall. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes down towards the ground and we're reaching over to the left. Really press that right sit bone down into the mat. And really reach those right fingertips over towards the left. Take a really big breath into your right side. All the way back to center. Now we're going to switch sides. To do this, if you're in this full variation, you can come with me. If you've got that bottom leg kicked out, you can just switch sides. So if you're here, you're going to lean forward. If you need to put fingertips down, you can. You're lifting the hips, turning to your right, and then you're going to pivot on the feet. Don't move the feet, just let them pivot. Keep pivoting until you're facing the front of the mat again. Sit your bottom down and you're in your other side. If that hasn't happened and you're like a pretzel, then just unravel yourself. Your right leg is on top, left leg is underneath. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, right fingertips come down to the ground, left arm reaches over. Take that really big breath into your left side. Imagine you're breathing in all of the air in the room, opening in between those ribs. Bring it all the way back. Good. Now lean back, uncross your legs, and take the feet. You might have to shuffle your bottom back. Take the feet a little bit wider than the hips in front of you, and just start to take some knee rocks side to side. So with this one, I always find that my bottom begins to shuffle forwards. So you can readjust if you need to. Okay. From here, we're going to add on. So next time you're over to the right, you're going to lean forwards, see if you can lift the hips. Now it might be that you just get to here. If you've got your hands available and you want to use them, you can, but you're going to lift the hips, squeeze the bottom and push the hips forwards. Lower the bottom back down, rolling onto the bottom, over to the left. And we're going to do the same thing. Lean forwards, really press the shins into the ground, lift the hips, lower down, with control, over to the other side. Do it again. So lift, lower, center, over to the left, lift. So you can use the hands to begin with, and as you practice this, you might find you can do it without those hands. Good. A couple more. Lift, press the hips forwards, bring the bottom down with control. Last time each side. Over to the left, lift, bring it down. Now this time over to the right, but you're going to pause there. So you're walking the hands forwards, coming down to forearms, and you can stay with this, or if you want a little bit more, you could take the left leg out behind, roll to the left to square off the hips into your pigeon pose. Just bringing that energy down a little bit now. Bringing that breath down. Okay, if that left leg is out behind, roll over onto that right hip, bend the knee back in. Bring the hands all the way back in, and we'll take it over to the other side. So over onto the left side, bringing the forearms down, maybe staying here, maybe taking that right leg out behind, rolling to your right, squaring off the hips for your pigeon. Just enjoy this stretch. Okay, one more breath. If you're in full pigeon, bend that right leg back in. Bring yourself all the way back through center. Take yourself to a boat pose. Oh, we thought we'd relaxed. We thought we'd finished. No, we're going for our high boat. So chest is nice and lifted. You're balancing on those sit bones. From here, you can stay with high boat. You could modify by bringing the feet down and staying with this. Or if you want to join me, we're coming to low boat. So I'm just giving myself a little bit more room. So if you're coming with me, begin to straighten the legs away, bringing the torso down, but keep those shoulders hovered. Can we come back up to high boat as we exhale? Oh, let's do it again. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's try for 3 more. If you're with me, stay strong. If you want to hold that boat, you stay exactly where you are. 2 more. Lower. Squeeze the inner thighs together, lift. 1 more. Squeeze that 20-pound note still there. Bring it up into your high boat. Last little bit, can you straighten through the legs? Reach fingertips towards the top of your mat. Pull the thighs towards your tummy. And then lower all the way down. Well done. Okay, feet are grounded. Arms reach out in front of you. Imagine you're holding a puppy or a kitten, or if you're not into animals, just a football. Hold on to that. And then we're going to begin to roll ourselves down. So tucking the tailbone for this one and begin to peel down. See if you can control this movement to about halfway. Hold it there. Give your puppy a little kiss. If you just did that, you're as mad as me. And then we're going to continue all the way down. Can you control it? Don't let those feet lift if you can help it. All the way onto your back. Place your puppy down. Arms come down by your side. Soles of the feet are on the ground. Last little bit of work here. Bring your right heel. Place it onto your left knee. That's just going to add a little bit more challenge. It's going to add a bit more weight to this left side. We're going to do single leg bridge. Press the left foot down, squeeze the bottom, and then try and lift the hips. Imagine there's a little fire on your mat. You don't want to get burnt, so keep those hips lifted. Press the whole of the foot down, so press into the big toe mound. Press into the heel, the little toe mound. And then slowly lower all the way back down. Okay, a little quicker this time. Squeeze the bottom, lift, and lower. We're going for 4 more. So lift and lower for 3 and lower, 2. Last one, hold it there. Little pulses up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. Well done. Take the heel away. Bring those knees in. Okay, let's do the other side. Right foot comes down, left heel to right knee. Arms are just down by your side. Press that right foot down, the whole of that foot. Squeeze the bottom and then lift the hips away from that fire on your mat. Hold it there. Good. Imagine the foot's not going to move, but imagine you're trying to pull the heel back towards your bottom. Feel the back of those legs fire up. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1, and lower the hips down. Okay, a little bit faster. So squeeze the bottom and lift. And lower. So 4 from here. 4. Lower. 3. Lower. 2 more. But you know what's coming now on that last one. Final one. Squeeze, lift, hold. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. Well done. Uncross the legs. Bring the knees in. Good. From here, place the left foot back down. This time, the right ankle crosses over the left thigh for this figure 4 shape. And then if it feels okay, bring that left knee in, holding onto the back of that leg, drawing that knee in. The right elbow might be able to press that right thigh bone away. If you want a little bit more for the hamstring, you can begin to straighten through the left leg. Maybe you can hook your left peace fingers around the big toe. If that left leg is lifted, place it back to the ground. Keep the right ankle crossed, arms reach out to the side. Right foot drops over to the left, spinal twist. Just bringing that energy right back down now. Good, bring everything back to center. Right foot comes down, left ankle crosses over the right thigh. And again, bringing the right knee in towards the chest. Maybe helping it with those hands. Staying with that, or right leg could straighten. Maybe the right fingertips could grab that toe. Just noticing how you're feeling now. So there's no chaturangas, no planks, but how do you feel? Do you still feel quite energized? Sometimes these things are sent to try us, like little injuries, but we can still get on our mat, we can still move, we can still get out of our heads for a while. Okay, bending the right leg, bring the foot down, arms go out to the side, left foot drops over to the right, into your twist. So imagine you've got a balloon inside this left rib cage. Take that big breath in to inflate that balloon. Good, and then bring everything back to center, uncross the legs, bring the knees in, lift the head towards the knees, give yourself a last big hug here. And then take the hands behind the thighs, a little rock and roll, maybe a couple of rocks, all the way up to a seated position on your mat. Come to sit up tall. Imagine there's a piece of string lifting you out the crown of the head, and then your sit bones are trying to melt into the ground. Place the hands down onto the knees. Close off the eyes just for a moment. Just being proud of yourself for getting on your mat today. Bring one hand to the chest, one hand to your tummy. We'll take one releasing breath together to close the practice. So deep breath in through the nose, taking all of that oxygen in the room. And then sigh it out, let it go. Bring the hands together, bow your head. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. Please hit subscribe on my channel to help support me, and I shall see you next time.